Alright guys, welcome to the channel. As you can quickly see, I am out here fishing middle of the night. It is cool. The bugs are hollering, the crickets are hollering, the frogs are hollering. I waited long enough before I came out tonight to wait out most of the onslaught of the mosquitoes and the gnats. So I'm gonna spend a couple of hours out here tonight night fishing. Hadn't done that in quite a long time. You guys hang out. Let's see if we can put one in the boat after dark. Let's get it. All right, guys, as I get over that initial blinding that I excuse me, that I just took, shining that first light, I'm looking around, letting my eyes get adjusted. I know where I'm at, and I can see a faint outline of the bank. I'm sitting in 16 feet of water. My closest point to the bank is directly a little bit to my left, and we're starting out with a spinnerbait. It's one of my most favorite nighttime lures. I'm letting everything kind of settle down just a minute. I have dropped an anchor. I've got this light on behind me or above me, and I'm just letting everything kind of settle and let these fish kind of get used to me being here. And then I'm about to start making a few casts. Go ahead and figure out where my net is, just in case I get a bite. And I'm gonna throw the spinnerbait, and I'm gonna work several different directions. If nothing happens, no bites, then we're gonna go to a jig, which is my second favorite after dark bait. It's a big fish bait, and but we're gonna start out with a spinnerbait. So let's get started. First cast. Hopefully we don't throw it in a tree somewhere. But I hope you guys enjoy this. This is a test, really, to see how my cameras are gonna react to this light setup. And if it looks okay, if you can tell what's going on, if you guys are okay with it, then I'm gonna do several of these. I've watched some videos with guys trying to fish at night, and when you can't see literally anything they're doing, it just makes the experience not so good. So I hope you can see from that back camera kind of what's going on. I know you probably can't see the bank, but you can see me, and that's more than I saw on the last guy that I was watching fish at night. I couldn't even tell where he was at. So we're gonna make a few casts with the spinner bug, and we're gonna get the jig out. Man, it is so peaceful out here. This is just, and it's not hot. That is so cool, not hot. And knock on wood, I have not been bit by a mosquito yet. So it's literally about 10:30 at night, I guess. 10:30, something like that. It gotta be. Not exactly sure, but it's pretty close to that. So most of your mosquitoes come out as soon as that sun's going down for about an hour or so. Well, they get furious with these fishermen out here. They try to eat us out. They try to eat us up quickly. Now I'm gonna slow this thing down just a little bit, let it go a little deeper. See if I can stand up out here at night without falling in. That helps me see that there comes a bat. Bat might hit me and knock me out of the boat. Guys, I'm setting out off a point, long sloping point. I'm all the way out at, right now I'm in 15 feet of water, so I know these fish move back and forth on this point at night, and I hope to catch one as he's crossing or moving up. I'm gonna make a couple more casts, and I'm gonna have to pick up my jig. There we go. Last one. We're gonna pick the jig up and see if we can entice us a big fat girl. Let's do one more just for fun. This spinnerbait feels so good coming through that water. It's just a thumping. All right, we're gonna put this one down for a minute. Now I've already got thump gel on my jig. We did that before we left the ramp. We're gonna drop this little fella in the honey hole here. See what happens. Man, what a gorgeous night out here. What I'm doing, I don't know if you can see me or not. I'm just barely scooching this thing across the bottom. I'm letting it sit still for a minute. I'm rattling, letting it hit the rocks and sticks, whatever it comes across. Keep in contact with the bottom the whole time. There's one, guys. About halfway in, I got bit. Pretty good fish. I could feel the old head shaking. Oh yeah. I see the flash down there. Pretty good. Let's make some noise here. There we go. See if I can get it in the boat now. Come on. Come on. Man, this fish is mad at me. Oh God, under the boat. Get on up here, Junior. Oh yeah. In the boat, in the boat. Get some light going. Pretty fish. Pretty fish. Can't see my hook. Easy, buddy. Get my jig out. Alright, guys. I'm really hoping all this is coming through because this is a lot of fun. That's a big old spot. That's what man, that is so much fun. All right. Thanks for the fight, buddy. Let's get him on back. So much fun. Come out here when it's cool. I'm not sweating. I don't have sunscreen sprayed all over me. Awesome. Let's find us another one. Gotta check my line. Always gotta check your line. I don't like that. I think he's already scuffed me up. So I'm gonna have to fix that. Maybe I can tie a hook out here in the dark. The older I get, the harder to tie hooks on in the daytime, much less at night. Ah. Man, that got the skunk out of the boat. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Old thump in the, I think that fish was about halfway back in. So it wasn't right up on the bank. I can see the tree line. But man, I would love to get on some spots tonight. Of course, I'd love to get on a big fat largemouth. It does not matter to me. Just getting a bite. So much fun. We got a moon. Can't see it now. Don't know, maybe a cloud. Maybe my light's blinding me, but partial moon's coming in. All right, I'm working it about halfway now from the bank in, and I'm just gonna cover this point around that depth and see if that's gonna make it be a productive thing, or maybe I got lucky. Maybe I hit one in the head, who knows? Well, I had a stick right there and I wanted to set that hook so bad. Now guys, what I'm doing is I'm still on the same point I started. I hadn't cut and moved anywhere. I'm working over the same area that I've already worked with a spinnerbait. But when you're out here on these points, you need to find what they want, what level of water they're hanging in, what level of water they're feeding in. And once you do, man, you start to put that puzzle together. You just work that jig. It's like playing. I told this to a little boy in the store the other day. Pretend your worm or your jig on the bottom. Pretend it's a cat and you're pulling a string, making that cat get after it. That little boy's eyes got big when I told him that, because he had done that before and he knew that made sense to him. But if you think of these bass out here swimming along the bottom like a big cat that'll chase a string, tease that thing. Just twitch it every now and then. Think of it like that. You'll get bit. You don't have to go real fast. You just got to tease them a little bit. We're going to work this point in all the directions. Oh, man, I thought I got smacked right there, but I hit something. We're going to work all the directions around here, and then we're going to point hop. We're going to run from one to the other. Let's spend a couple hours out here, go home and put all this on computer and see what it looks like. All right, now we're going to work the other side of this point. Point starts to slope it out toward the middle of this pocket that's on the right hand side. See if anything's pulling up. Wind's got me facing back here behind me, so I really can't cover that unless I move my boat. I really can't cover that other side of the point, so I'm gonna work this side that falls off on this side, and I'll just have to set up each point to maximize my boat position. And I'm pulling it with the wind, so that's the way you want to fish. Cast, I always like cast against the wind, pull that bait back with the wind. Those bass, if the wind was blowing hard and we had a little current going, they would be faced into that. Man, I about set the hook on a stump or something right there. At night, when you can't see your line jumping or twitching or anything, everything feels like a fish. Pretty sure I caught somebody's old line down there. I felt it slip. Oh, I think I broke it. Yep, there's their line. There's some line that I will remove from the lake. See if I can get it. Throw it back here behind the seat. Now I gotta recheck my line again. You cannot check your line too many times when you're out here. Oh, pretty good. Guys, I can't find my jig. Is it swimming? Nope. It's over a limb. Now the wind is slowly putting me back into position to where I can see this point again. All right, no spinnerbait bite. So we're gonna put it back up. Pick our jig back up and go back to work with it. Sitting in 15.2 feet deep. Now guys, I'm putting it up pretty shallow, up against the bank. And of course, my son's got a call. Ha ha. Hello.
What the hell are you doing?
Fishing.
Why?
I'm shooting a nighttime video.
I
Why?
was just wondering because I walked in the room twice. I thought you were downstairs,
And I what?
then I looked on the 360 and you're on the way.
I hear the stupid old dog. Yeah, I was gonna fish a couple hours.
Alright, I was just wondering. I was making sure.
Alright.
I was about to lock the door.
No, don't lock the door.
I'm probably still gonna lock the door, but
I'll call you when I get back.
no, I'm not gonna lock the door. Alright, bye.
Bye. Yep, there's my son calling me while I'm shooting videos. That's how they roll. Oh, and that reminds me, I need to give my daughter Elise a shout out. I gave my granddaughter Cadence a shout out last week. Elise now informs me that she needs a shout out. So Elise, I love you. Thanks for watching. And there is your shout out. Now maybe you'll be good luck and I'll get bit right here. This is an awesome point. It's got some rocks, it's got some grass that comes out. I don't know if we've got grass right now. I'm not really feeling grass, but I do feel some rocks. And I'm bumping it down the ledge, so I'm just hoping for another big old spot or a largemouth. Now we're going to kind of parallel this point. We're not going to fish straight into it. We're alongside it. Should be 10, 12 feet deep out there, coming out into about 16 feet. Bottom still feels pretty good. I'm bumping into stuff. All right, guys. Second point. Now the second point didn't produce us a fish. We're gonna make a move. Man, there's a lot of fish showing on my depth finder. Suspended fish. I don't know if that bat picked up. He's circling me. I may be drawing bugs with these lights, and old bat he'd be taking advantage of that. Now we're back across the main channel of the lake again. We've dropped back into 58, 59 feet of water. And what I'm looking for on my screen right here is when this deep water, when it starts coming back up, puts me on back on this flat that's across here. It's a big, huge flat, 74 feet deep. Should start coming up any second. 81, 82, all right, 59, it's coming back up. We're gonna slow our roll here and ease up on this flat. $24, 18, that's close enough for me. 15, we're up on the flat. We'll let that old anchor get down there and catch on something. We're back in the wind, so it should point me this way. I'm back in 9 feet of water now, so I am well up on the flat. So let's put this old jig back out there on the bottom. Maybe these fish aren't spooked by my light. I don't know. The first one wasn't, so I'm okay with that. Now out here, this is a rocky area. This jig, as I work this jig across this, it's gonna bang off these little rocks and click and make noise and kick up silt. And if I pull it across in front of one, I have to believe it's gonna get bit. Also, with all these rocks, I may get hung a lot out here. I hope I don't lose a lot of jigs, but that is a real possibility. Every time you come out on here, it is loaded with rocks, and a lot of times you're throwing off this flat into deep water, pulling it up a hill, it's gonna snag in rocks. So maybe we won't lose too many jigs. Maybe we can entice a fish or two. Oh, I was hung. I'm gonna go ahead and reel that in and check it, because I was hung in some rocks. I'd rather check it than make another cast or have one bite it and it snap immediately. Guys, you can't even imagine how comfortable it is out here. After the blistering heat that we've had. So cool out here. A few bugs on me, but they're not really biting me. Just sort of annoying me. I'm gonna try a different direction. Alright, I think I'm gonna make a move. Ain't nothing happening out here. They may not be biting a lot, but there's a lot on my screen. Man, a lot of suspended fish. Alright guys, I'm going to show you something now that a lot of people would never do. A lot of people do it religiously. I'm going back to the boat ramp where I put in. There's not been another boat put in. I've been here probably an hour. This area has basically just chilled out, cooled off. And I'm gonna throw this jig up on that boat ramp and pull it back down. This is something that people overlook. Boat ramps all over the country, especially here in the southeast. They do hold fish. So I'm about to ease up here, trying to figure this wind out. Wind's gonna push me left to right, so I'm gonna ease over and try to get about 17, 18 feet deep. There's 18. We'll go ahead and get that anchor headed toward the bottom. Let a little more line out. Tighten her down. And now, and the wind's coming from my left, so I'm gonna be out of frame. There's not really anything I can do about it, but I'm gonna be casting up on this boat ramp and bringing it straight down the concrete. Probably gonna be about 7 or 8 feet deep right there where I just dropped it in. I'm gonna bring it on out, and I'm gonna make several casts right here to check the area. Because when these bass get these brim and bait fish up on a flat surface like this, man, they're easy pickings. And a crawfish going across a boat ramp, man, they got nowhere to run. So we're gonna see. I hope I don't get one to set this hook sideways and go backwards out of this boat. It could happen. Fingers crossed that don't happen, but I have to be aware of that. I think I've come off the boat ramp. I feel rocks again. I'm gonna go ahead and reel in. I don't want to get hung in the rocks off the edge of it. So, put it back a little further over to my left. It's still on the concrete. Let it sink. We're gonna get her on down there. Bring it down the hill. Yep, I brought it off the rocks and hung it up. I gotta get it back in. Check my line. Line's good. We're gonna give it one more. We're off the ramp. I'm bringing it back. Now I'm going to put it out in front of me, and I'm not going to be on the ramp, so I'm running the risk of hanging it up again. But this other bank drops off pretty good. It is loaded with rocks. It's a good place for bass to ambush prey. That old jig's just clanging off of stuff on the bottom. That's what you want. Draw attention to itself. There's a bite, I think. Oh, That was a rock. I found a rock. Just ain't happening. Alright guys, pulling up to this intake out here. I've showed you guys this, I think on my last video I came out here and fished, and the one before that I think I caught a fish or two. Sometimes in the daytime they're here, sometimes in the nighttime they're here. We're gonna hit it a couple of licks. The wind's not gonna really let me do a lot right here. It's gonna push me past it. So it's gonna be really hard to fish. I hear the birds on the buoys jumping and going. But we're gonna make a few casts around this thing. And then we're gonna go on past here, we're gonna fish a point. Not gonna fish too much longer tonight. I'm try to see where I'm at. I'm starting with my spinnerbait. I'm putting this thing right up next to them pipes and easing it. Looks like a fish in the water right here. Surely that I'm not seeing a big old bass in the light. I could have been. I just saw a big fish. He was just cruising in that light. The wind's trying to already push me out from here. Boy, I hate that too. There's one. Was a fish out there. You guys can hear him. I don't know if you can see him yet. You can hear him. Cutting up. Hit my little spinnerbait. Let's get him in the net. He's not going to be a huge fish, but that's not the one I saw swimming. Right. If I can show you guys what I got. Well, there he is. Still got the spinnerbait evidence in his mouth. Man, I had him. There he is. One more shot. Put him back. I gotta get back on the motor. It's trying to push me places I don't want to go. Try to get myself in position again and cast back around this thing. I actually saw a fish swimming in the light, and I don't know if that was one of them that I saw, but you guys hang out with me. Let's put another one. Well guys, here I am back in the studio. That fish would be my last fish of the night. It sprinkled on me just a little bit after I caught that fish. So I headed back over to the ramp. I thought, well, it might rain, so I'm gonna head back over to the ramp, fish a couple spots, and I'll load up and go on to the house. It's, a couple hours. Thought that's enough. I get over to my first spot by the ramp, gonna wind the knot up and try to put one more in the boat. The bottom fell out. No thunder, no lightning. I pull up the radar. There's literally a location dot on my radar, and there's a little green dot of rain about the size of the location dot. All in North Alabama, that's all we had. One dot, it rained on the duck, on me. That's just, that's crazy, but I was soaked wet and decided done with this night. It was fun. I tested out my new light for the nighttime fishing. I have another idea to improve the light from the front. I'm gonna test that next time. Got some new batteries, so I didn't have a problem with my lights going off. I'd like to know what you guys thought of the actual lighting. I know the video ran a little long. I just kind of wanted to share what I did, and I had some thoughts on different things, but my main goal for the night was to test out the light.
like I said before, I had watched a couple of other guys fishing at night, and I've seen some that didn't have very good lighting, and you couldn't even tell they were casting or anything. So I tried to do one step better than that, and I think I did. But now I want to improve the lighting from the front as I talk, like I'm talking to you now, and I think I've got an idea how to do that and what I need. So within a week or so, I'm getting back out there at night. I'm gonna do. It was a great idea to start later in the night, 10:30. The bugs were gone. If you want to fish, and you can do it, not everybody can just go out that time of night, but if you can go out and fish at night, about 9:30, the bugs start going away. So that's awesome. Anyway, I'm gonna wind this up. I know this has been a long one, and it's completely different than what I normally do. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna go put this on the computer, get this edited down, and get it out to you. I'll see you guys on the water. Unless it's dark, then I won't see you. Be safe. I'll see you next week. I'm out of here.